This is the editor of the Compton-Drew newsletter sitting with Ms. Hilson, our school counselor. So, Ms. Hilson, I have to ask you, if there is anything that you want to tell our students about the world that we live in today, any piece of advice to help them navigate and cope, what would it be?
Whew. What would I say to you all? I would say to make sure you take care of yourself. Not just like making sure, you're eating and everything like that, but your mental health. It's a lot of stress, going on a lot of times. Things are changing constantly. So one day to the next, we don't know what's going on. So a lot of us are being affected by it. So I would say find something that makes you happy, that calms you, and things like that, and that be your go-to thing. And that'll be like I would call a security blanket, so to speak, something that you have in your back pocket that you can always go to, like if you feel stressed or you're confused, not knowing what's going on in the world, because it is stressful. So I'm right there in there with you. So
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Hilson.
mm-hmm.
Now, Ms. Hilson, I have to ask, I ask all of my interviewees this. What are your sports? Do you support local sports? What teams do you support?
Local teams
or any teams in general? Where do you stand on sports?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I used to be, when I was in middle school and high school. I loved the NBA because we had Jordan, Pippen, the Knicks, all of that, and they played dirty, but it was a good game, and so I would scream so much till I would lose my voice. But now it seems like it's not the same. So I'm not really into it like I used to. I'm more into football now because of my mother. My mother is a football junkie. She loves football. She can tell me any and everything about it. So my favorite team, I would say, would be the Seattle Seahawks, and I got the hat to prove it.
We've seen that you wear many hats, Ms. Hilson.
I
at
do.
School. So. All right, Ms. Hilson, if you don't know Ms. Hilson already, or you haven't been to school, you might, if you've been here, you might have seen Ms. Hilson's car. Ms. Hilson, if you could pick any car to drive, including your own if you wanted to, what car would you be driving? No exclusions.
That one.
You drive your car?
I wanted that car for years.
So that would be your dream car?
And I finally got it. 3 years ago, I finally got it.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go into an ice cream shop right now, any flavors, toppings, anything, build me your perfect ice cream sundae.
So my favorite is at Culver's. Is the strawberry. It's the vanilla ice cream with the strawberries on it and salted pecans. That's my favorite.
Okay, awesome. I like to also ask some of the do-nows that I ask my students, because the students, they answer those questions with me every day. Which weighs more, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers?
That's a trick question, right? I'm gonna go with feathers just because I feel like I'm being tricked.
Well, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers. Ton as a unit of weight, not as a unit of measurement. So technically, they weigh the same.
Oh.
A ton of bricks or a ton of feathers.
Oh, duh.
A ton is 2,000 pounds.
Right. Oh, duh.
But that is very hard to think about.
Right, I thought too hard into it.
That's a lot of feathers.
Right.
That is a lot of feathers.
Goodness.
If you were to go bowling with any person, living or dead, who would it be?
I would say my nephew, Casey. Only because we mess with each other all day. He's my nephew, but we act more like brother and sister. So I don't want to say torment each other, but we mess with each other all day. He lives with me. So we go in each other's room, mess with each other like little kids. So I would say him.
I like that answer. You could have picked any celebrity or any person, living or dead, and you picked your nephew. I like that. I do like that answer a lot. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
I would be in Tokyo, Japan.
Any particular reason?
So my favorite city in the United States is New York City. My favorite. If I could live there right now, that's where I would be. And so Tokyo reminds me so much of New York City, but on a grander scale. And so just doing research, it just seems just so alive with the lights, the color, the movement, everything. So yeah, I would say Tokyo.
Nice, I like that. And if you could have any superpower for 24 hours, what superpower would you choose?
I would say to be able to is a teleport.
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
like go anywhere? Yeah,
Go anywhere, teleport. Would you teleport to Tokyo?
I would.
I'll-
I would not be here.
So, okay, do you believe that pineapples go on pizza?
No,
No?
no,
No pineapples on your pizza?
no. I'm a funny picky eater, so like I don't like my food touching. I'm gonna say that. So if it's something wet like a pineapple on my pizza, no. Now I eat a bowl of pineapple separate from it after I eat the pizza, but not on.
These are the serious questions that people have. Is does pineapple belong on pizza?
I know that's a big debate.
That is.
I say no.
Do you have any pets?
No, my mom does. She has a Yorkie.
She has a Yorkie.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have any pet, would you have a pet? And what would it be?
I would say no, and the only reason why is because my mom had a Shih Tzu, and he died like 4 years ago. I was devastated, so I was like, no, I don't want to pet on my own because if something happened to it, I would be devastated. I cried for days when he passed away.
I can definitely understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, parting wisdom here. All of our students here at Compton-Drew who are watching this video, can you offer them any insight into how they can manage coming back, seeing their friends, and the way things are going to still be different, the new normal? Do you have any thoughts on that for our students?
Just for safety reasons, you maintain your 6 feet apart. I know people like hugs and all that kind of stuff like that. But, during this time, just kind of be mindful and, just kind of remember, just say, do an elbow bump. People do an elbow bump, just say, hey, or whatever, or talk to each other with your mask on or whatnot. It's going to be different, and it sucks because a lot of times some people thrive off of human touch. And some people need that. But at this time, it's kind of like everything is just like, can't do this, can't do that, can't go here, can't go there. So yeah, I would say just, follow the guidelines, do what the people here tell you to do, and so everybody can be safe, because the last thing you want to do is make somebody sick.
And one last question. If you could give yourself any award, what would it be? I ask this to everybody. It could be something serious, it could be something goofy, like mine might be, I'm the best at hitting the snooze button on my alarm every day. But what would your award be, Ms. Hilson?
I would say I would give myself an award for finally be accepting myself for who I am. So I don't care about what other people think about me as far as how I wear my clothes, my hair, things like that. So I'm just myself. So I would say just being comfortable in my own skin.
I love that. All right, thank you, Ms. Hilson, for your time today. And hopefully our students will get to know you a little bit better. And when we come back in the building, they'll see you soon.
All right, bye, guys.